I was holding my resignation letter when Jake asked me if I was sure. "You're throwing away 5 years," he said, leaning back in his chair. 5 years of building your reputation. Your client list. For what? A woman who'll realize you're just a distraction in 6 months? My hands were shaking. The letter felt like it weighed 1,000 pounds. For her, I said. He shook his head. You're making a mistake, Owen. Maybe, but it's mine to make. I walked out that afternoon with a cardboard box. 5 years. Gone. All because of Victoria Ashford. All because I fell in love with a woman the world said I shouldn't. Asterisk, asterisk, you probably think I'm naive. Stupid even. Maybe I am. Asterisk, asterisk. Let me tell you how it started. Victoria Ashford walked into Elite Fitness on a Monday morning in September, and I knew immediately she was out of my league. Not just because of the suit, charcoal gray Armani, tailored to perfection, probably cost more than my rent. Not just because of the watch Cartier, gleaming on her wrist, or the heels Louboutin, red soles clicking on the gym floor. It was the way she carried herself. Spine straight, shoulders back, chin up, like she owned every room she entered. Like she'd fought for that right and won. "Owen Hale?" she said, extending her hand. "That's me." I shook it. Firm grip. Cool, dry palm. No rings. "I'm Victoria Ashford. I believe I have a 6 a.m. slot with you." "Right. Tori, is it?" Her smile was polite, cold. "Victoria." "Got it," I said. "So, what brings you in?" "Victoria." She looked around the gym at the weight racks, the treadmills, the mirrored walls. Most of our regulars were already here, sweating through their morning routines. She looked out of place, too polished, too controlled. "My doctor says I need to manage stress better," she said. Her voice was measured, clinical. "I work 80, sometimes 90-hour weeks. I eat takeout at my desk. I haven't exercised since law school. Probably. Maybe undergrad. What do you do?" "Corporate lawyer. Senior partner at Ashford and Klein." Of course she was. "Ashford?" I said. "As in?" "My firm. I'm a founding partner." "Jesus." "Well," I said, "we'll start slow. Cardio, some basic strength training, mobility work. Nothing crazy, just building a foundation." She nodded. "I'm in your hands." Something about the way she said it, clinical, matter of fact, made my chest tighten. We worked out for 45 minutes. She was disciplined, focused, didn't complain even when I could see her legs shaking during squats, didn't ask for water breaks, didn't check her phone though I could see her glancing at it on the bench, the screen lighting up every 30 seconds. Email notifications? Probably. When the session ended, she thanked me, polite, formal, shook my hand again, and left. Professional. Appropriate. But I couldn't stop thinking about the way she'd looked at me in the mirror during lunges, analyzing me, sizing me up. Like I was a witness she was cross-examining. Victoria came every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at 6 a.m., always on time, always in expensive workout gear. Black Lululemon leggings, fitted Nike tank tops, her dark hair pulled back in a tight ponytail. No makeup, no jewelry except that Cartier watch. She didn't talk much, answered my questions in short, clipped sentences. "How was your weekend?" "Busy." "Sleep okay?" "Fine." "Any pain?" "Soreness?" "A little." "It's manageable." But I started to notice things. The way she winced when she lifted her left shoulder. An old injury? Maybe. Rotator cuff? The way she checked her phone between sets? Her jaw tightening as she read emails. Sometimes she'd type back fast, furious, and I'd see the tension in her shoulders, the way she never smiled. Not once. "Rough day?" I asked one morning, spotting her on bench press. "Rough year," she said, her voice flat. "Want to talk about it?" "No." "Fair enough." It was a Wednesday morning, mid-October, when Victoria finally opened up. We were doing cool-down stretches. Sitting on yoga mats in the quiet corner of the gym, she was in child's pose, her breathing hard, ragged. "I'm going through a divorce," she said suddenly. I looked up. She was still in child's pose, face hidden. Oh, I said. I'm sorry. Don't be. She sat up, wiping sweat from her face with a towel. Her mascara she'd started wearing a little, I'd noticed, was smudged. It's been coming for years. We just grew apart. He wanted me to slow down, spend more time at home. I wanted to make partner. Guess who won? You? She smiled, faint, bitter. I made partner. He left me for his assistant. 29 years old, blonde. So I guess we both won. I didn't know what to say to that. That must have been hard, I said finally. It was. Liberating. Actually. She looked at me then, really looked. Her eyes were dark, tired. Is that terrible? To feel relieved when your marriage ends? No, I said. It's honest. Something shifted in her expression, softened. You're easy to talk to, Owen? She said. Part of the job? I said, smiling. But my heart was racing. Over the next few sessions, I learned more. Victoria Torrey, though she never let me call her that, was 44. She'd been married for 18 years. She had a son, Tyler, 12 years old. She'd built her firm from the ground up, working 100-hour weeks, taking on cases no one else wanted. I defended a pharmaceutical company last year, she said one morning, doing bicep curls. They were accused of price gouging cancer drugs. I won. Made them millions. And you know what I felt? What? Nothing. She set down the weights. I felt nothing. No pride. No guilt. Just empty. Why do you think that is? She looked at me. Because I'm good at my job, Owen. But I'm not sure I'm good at anything else. On Friday night, Victoria sent me an email. It was 11 p.m. I was in bed, scrolling through Instagram, when the notification popped up. Is greater than asterisk Owen. Asterisk is greater than asterisk. I hope this is appropriate. If it's not, please let me know and I'll stop. I wanted to thank you for this morning's session. You said something that stuck with me. Progress isn't always visible, but it's happening. I've been thinking about that all day. In my work, results are everything. Wins, losses, billable hours. But maybe some things are worth doing even if you can't measure them. Asterisk is greater than asterisk. Thank you for reminding me of that. Asterisk is greater than asterisk. Victoria, times I stared at the email for 20 minutes, my heart pounding. It was professional, appropriate. But there was something in the tone, the way she signed it times Victoria asterisk, not times Miss Ashford asterisk. The way she said, I've been thinking about that all day. That felt personal, intimate. I replied, is greater than asterisk Victoria. Asterisk is greater than asterisk. You're doing great work. Keep showing up. That's all any of us can do. Asterisk is greater than asterisk. Owen times short. Safe. But when I hit send, I felt like I'd crossed a line I couldn't see. It was a Monday evening. Victoria had switched her session to 7 p.m. because of a court case that ran late. The gym was nearly empty, just a few stragglers on the ellipticals, headphones in, lost in their own worlds. We were working on deadlifts. Victoria's form was off, her back was rounding, putting too much strain on her lower spine. Here, I said, stepping behind her. Let me adjust. I put my hands on her hips, guiding her into the correct position. My chest was inches from her back. I could smell her something expensive, floral, layered over sweat and coffee. Jasmine, maybe, bergamot. Like this? She said. Her voice quieter than usual. Yeah. Perfect. Feel that? Your core should be tight, glutes engaged. I should have stepped back. But I didn't. We stood like that for 5 seconds. 10. My hands on her hips, her breathing steady but shallow. I could feel the heat of her through the thin fabric of her leggings. Owen, she said softly. Yeah? You can let go now. I stepped back. Fast, my face burning. Sorry. Just wanted to make sure you had it. She turned, looked at me. Her eyes were unreadable. Dark. Intense. It's fine, she said. But something had shifted. We both felt it. The air was different. Charged. Victoria asked me to coffee the following Wednesday. Not as a client, she said quickly. Just as a friend. If that's okay? Of course, I said. We met at a cafe near her office. She was still in her suit navy this time, with a white blouse. She looked tired, worn. Long day? I asked. Long week, long month, long life. She laughed, but it was hollow. Sorry, that was dark. It's okay. We talked for an hour. About everything. Her work, the cases that kept her up at night, the clients she hated, the wins that felt empty, my work, the clients I loved, the ones who drove me crazy, the dream of opening my own gym someday. You should, she said. Open your own place. You're good at what you do. Thanks. But it's expensive. And scary. Everything worth doing is. She looked at me then, and I saw something in her eyes. Longing. Maybe. Or regret. Victoria, I said. Can I ask you something? Sure. Are you happy? She was quiet for a long time. No, she said finally. But I'm working on it. It was late November when Victoria told me about Tyler. We were on the treadmills, side by side, doing a cool-down walk. Outside, the first snow of the season was falling. My ex is trying to get full custody of Tyler, she said, her voice flat. That's my son. He's 12. I didn't know you had a son, I said. I don't talk about him much. She paused. Not because I don't love him, I do. More than anything. But I'm not a good mother. I work too much. I miss his soccer games. I forget to pack his lunch. I hired a nanny because I couldn't handle mornings. That doesn't make you a bad mother, doesn't it? She looked at me, her eyes red. My ex, Marcus, he says, I prioritize my career over my family. He's not wrong. What do you say? She was quiet for a long time. I say I'm doing my best, she whispered. But I don't know if that's enough. I wanted to reach for her hand, to tell her she was enough, more than enough. But we were in public, and she was still my client. So I didn't. Victoria texted me on a Friday night in early December. Is greater than asterisk. I'm at the Meridian Hotel for a legal conference. Their gym is terrible, 2 treadmills and a broken elliptical. I'll pay double your rate. Asterisk. I shouldn't have gone. But I did. The hotel gym was on the top floor, empty and dimly lit. Victoria was already there, in black leggings and a sports bra, stretching by the window. The city sprawled below us, lights glittering in the dark. Thanks for coming, she said. I know it's last minute. No problem. We worked out for an hour. It felt different here, more intimate. Somehow, no other clients, no front desk staff, no mirrors, just us and the city lights. Afterward, we sat in the sauna. The heat was oppressive, the air thick with eucalyptus-scented steam. God, I needed this, Victoria said, leaning back against the wooden bench. Her skin was flushed, glistening with sweat. She'd taken off her hair tie, and her dark hair fell around her shoulders in damp waves. Long week? I asked. Long decade. She looked at me, smiled, sad, small. Can I ask you something, Owen? Sure. Do you ever feel like you're not enough? Like no matter how hard you work, how much you give, it's never enough? Yeah, I said. All the time. She nodded. Good. I thought it was just me. We sat in silence. The steam swirled around us. I could hear her breathing shallow, fast, and my own breath matching hers. Owen, she said quietly. Yeah? What are we doing? I looked at her. Her eyes were dark, intense, searching mine. I don't know, I said honestly. She leaned forward. Slowly. Her face inches from mine. I could see the water droplets on her collarbone, the way her lips parted just slightly. Asterisk, asterisk. This is wrong, asterisk, asterisk. I thought. Asterisk, asterisk. She's a client. You could lose your job. She could lose asterisk, asterisk. But I didn't move. Her lips were so close, I could feel her breath warm, sweet, minty. The sauna door opened with a loud creak. A hotel guest walked in, towel around his waist, earbuds in, humming to himself. He didn't even glance at us. Victoria pulled back, fast. Her face unreadable. We should go, she said, her voice flat. Victoria, I said we should go. We never talked about what almost happened. Victoria canceled her next 3 sessions. No explanation, just a text, asterisk. Can't make it this week. We'll reschedule. Sorry. Asterisk. I told myself it was fine. She was busy. Trial season, big case, billable hours, but I felt sick. Hollow. I kept checking my phone, hoping for another email, another text, anything, nothing. She came back on a Wednesday in mid-December, 2 weeks before Christmas. Sorry I've been MIA, she said, not meeting my eyes. She looked thinner, tired, like she hadn't slept in days. Work's been insane. I had a trial. We won, but it was exhausting. It's fine, I said. It wasn't fine. We worked out in silence. She was tense, distracted, dropped a dumbbell during shoulder press, swore under her breath sharp. Vicious. Victoria, I said. What's going on? She looked at me. Her eyes were red-rimmed, bloodshot. My ex won, she said. Partial custody. Tyler's going to live with him during the week. I get weekends. Every other holiday. I'm sorry. Don't be. Her voice was flat, dead. I did this to myself. I worked too much. I missed too many games. I chose my career over my son. And now I'm paying for it. You didn't, Owen. Stop. She sat down on a bench, her head in her hands. I'm a terrible mother, a terrible wife, and now I'm whatever this is. This pathetic middle-aged woman who can't keep her life together? You're not pathetic. Then what am I? I sat beside her. Close. Not touching. You're human, I said. She looked at me, and then she started crying, quiet, shaking sobs. I put my arm around her, and she leaned into me, her face buried in my shoulder. We sat like that for a long time. The next session, Victoria sat me down. We need to talk, she said. My heart sank. Okay. I almost kissed you, she said, in that sauna. I wanted to, and I've been avoiding you because I'm terrified of what that means. Victoria, you're 29, Owen. I'm 44, 15 years. You could be dating women your own age. Women who don't have custody battles and ex-husbands and emotional baggage. And I'm your client. This is insane. Unethical. Inappropriate. I wanted to kiss you too, I said. She froze. Every day, I said. Every session. I think about you. I know it's unprofessional. I know I could lose my job. But I don't care. I haven't cared for weeks. Owen, I don't care about your age. I don't care about your ex. I care about times you asterisk. She looked at me, her eyes wide, scared. We can't, she whispered. Why not? Because I'll ruin you. I ruin everything I touch. You won't, I said. But she didn't look convinced. Victoria pulled a muscle in her shoulder during our Friday session. She tried to push through it, stubborn. Like always, but I could see her wincing, her left arm trembling. That's it, I said. We're stopping. I'm fine. You're not fine. You need to ice that. Rest. She sighed, frustrated. Fine. But I don't have ice at the gym. I'll come to your place, I said. I've got a professional ice pack in my car. And a foam roller. We'll work on it. She hesitated. Owen, it's just physical therapy, Victoria. She nodded. Okay. But what? Nothing. Just... Okay. Victoria's apartment was exactly what I expected. 32nd floor? Sleek. Minimalist. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city, the skyline glittering like a circuit board, the river, a dark ribbon below. Abstract art on the walls expensive, probably. Everything white and gray and glass. Everything perfect, sterile, cold. Nice place, I said. Thanks. She sat on the white leather couch, wincing. God, this hurts more than I thought. I sat beside her, pulling out the ice pack from my bag. Let me see. She turned, and I pressed the pack against her shoulder. She hissed, her body tensing. Sorry. I know it's cold. It's okay. Just, there wasn't expecting it. We sat like that for a few minutes, Her breathing slowed. The city hummed below us, car horns, sirens, the faint bass thump of music from somewhere. Owen, she said quietly. Yeah? What would people say if they knew about us? I looked at her. Her eyes were dark, scared, vulnerable in a way I'd never seen. I don't care what they say, I said. You should. Her voice was shaking. I'm older than you. I'm your client. People will think you're using me for money. They'll think I'm pathetic, desperate. My colleagues will laugh. My ex will use this against me in court. Tyler, God. Tyler, I don't care. I said again. I don't care about any of that. I care about you. She looked at me. Really, looked. Searching my face for something doubt, maybe. Or pity. You're going to regret this, she whispered. Maybe, I said. But I'd rather regret this than regret never trying. She kissed me. Soft at first. Tentative. Testing. And then urgent. Desperate. Her hands in my hair, my arms around her waist, pulling her close. She tasted like coffee and mint and something I couldn't name. Her body was warm, solid, real. Not a fantasy, not a what if. Real. When we pulled apart, we were both breathing hard. This is insane, she said. I know. I could lose my reputation. You could lose your job. My ex, I know. Then why? Her voice broke. Why are you doing this? Because I can't stop thinking about you, I said. Because you're brilliant and strong and complicated and I don't care about the rules anymore. Because when I'm with you, I feel. She kissed me again. Harder this time. Like she was drowning and I was air. We kept it secret for 3 weeks. No one at the gym knew. I trained her like normal professional, distant, clinical. But afterward, I'd drive to her apartment. We'd have dinner takeout, usually, because she couldn't cook and neither could I. We'd talk, watch old movies, fall asleep on her couch, her head on my chest, my hand in her hair. It felt like a dream, a dangerous, fragile dream. Her ex found out in January. I don't know how. Maybe Tyler mentioned me. Maybe someone from the firm saw us. But Marcus called her, his voice cold and sharp. Victoria told me about it that night, her hands shaking, holding a glass of wine she hadn't touched. He said, "You're dating your trainer?" Jesus, Victoria, do you have any idea how that looks? She mimicked his voice, mocking, cruel. What kind of example are you setting for Tyler? Dating a man 15 years younger? A personal trainer? What did you say? I told him it was none of his business. Good. And then he said he's going back to court, filing for full custody. He says I'm unstable, making reckless decisions. Her voice broke. I pulled her close. Let him try. We didn't do anything wrong, didn't we? She looked up at me, tears in her eyes. I'm your client, Owen. Or I was. The optics are terrible. Do you regret this? She was quiet for a long time. No, she said finally. But I'm scared. I know. But I'm not going anywhere. That's when I walked into Jake's office with my resignation letter. You sure about this? He asked, reading the letter. Yes, I said. You know how this looks, right? He stood up, pacing. You're throwing away your reputation, your career. For what? A woman 15 years older who'll get bored of you in 6 months? She won't, I said. You sure about that? I wasn't, but I said, yes. You're making a mistake, Owen. Maybe, but it's my mistake to make. I walked out that afternoon with a cardboard box of my stuff, 5 years of work, my certifications, framed on the wall. The coffee mug my mom gave me. The photo of me and Jake at a fitness expo. Both of us grinning, proud. Gone. When I told Victoria, she cried. You didn't have to do that, she said, her voice breaking. Yes, I did. Owen, Victoria, I'm not losing you. She kissed me. Hard, desperate, like she was holding on to something she was afraid to lose. I met Marcus 2 weeks later. It was a Saturday morning. I was at Victoria's apartment when the doorbell rang. That's Marcus, she said, her face going pale. He's picking up Tyler. Want me to go? I asked. No. Stay. She opened the door. Marcus stood there in a tailored suit, his hair gray at the temples, his eyes cold. He looked at me up and down, assessing, and I saw the contempt flash across his face. Victoria, he said. Is this him? Marcus. This is Owen. Owen. Marcus. Marcus didn't extend his hand, just looked at me like I was something stuck to his shoe. So you're the trainer, he said. His voice was smooth, helping my ex-wife with her fitness goals. I'm her boyfriend, I said. His smile was thin. Right. Her boyfriend. How old are you, Owen? 29. 29. He nodded. And Victoria's 44. 15 years. That's quite a gap. Marcus. Victoria's voice was sharp. I'm just saying. Marcus continued, his eyes never leaving mine. It's an interesting choice. For both of you. I hope you know what you're getting into, Owen. Victoria's very dedicated to her career. Very focused. She doesn't have a lot of time for distractions. I'm not a distraction, I said. No? He smiled again. Cold. We'll see. Tyler appeared behind him, backpack slung over his shoulder. He looked at me, then at his mom, then at Marcus. Ready, Tyler? Marcus said. Yeah. Marcus looked at Victoria. I'll have him back Sunday night. We'll be discussing this situation with my lawyer on Monday. There's nothing to discuss, Victoria said. Her voice was steady, but I could see her hands trembling. We'll see, Marcus said again. He left. Tyler gave Victoria a quick hug, didn't look at me, and followed his dad out. The door closed. Victoria sat on the couch, her head in her hands. He hates me, I said. He hates everyone, Victoria said, including himself. Tyler met me properly in April. Victoria had been putting it off for months, terrified. He's going to hate you, she said one night, pacing her apartment. He's going to think I'm replacing his dad, that I'm being selfish, that I'm, I don't know, pathetic. Let him think that, I said. Let him meet me. Let him decide for himself. What if he refuses to see me anymore? What if Marcus uses this Victoria? I took her hands. You can't control what Tyler thinks, or what Marcus does. You can only be honest. She nodded, but her hands were shaking. We met at Riverside Park on a Saturday afternoon. Victoria was already there, sitting on a bench when Tyler arrived. He was 12, tall for his age, lanky, with his mom's dark eyes and his dad's skeptical frown. He was wearing a soccer jersey, Barcelona, Messi's number, and holding a basketball under one arm. Tyler, Victoria said, standing. This is Owen. So you're the trainer, he said, looking me up and down. Not hostile, just assessing. I was, I said. Now I'm just me. You're dating my mom. Yeah. He dribbled the basketball, bounced it hard on the pavement, the sound echoing. My dad says you're using her. For money. I'm not. He says you're too young, that you don't know what you're doing, that you'll leave when you get bored. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing, I said honestly, but I care about her. A lot. And I'm not going anywhere. Tyler looked at me for a long time. His jaw set. Just like his mom when she's thinking. She cried a lot, he said finally, his voice quiet. She tried to hide it, but I heard her. At night, in her room. I'm sorry, I said. She doesn't cry anymore, he said. She smiles more. Laughs. She even made pancakes last weekend. Burnt them. But still, Victoria laughed soft, wet. So, yeah, okay, Tyler said, looking at me. You can stay. For now. For now? But if you hurt her, he said, his voice hard, protective. I'll kick your ass. I laughed. Deal. He passed me the basketball. You play? A little. Let's see. We played one-on-one for 20 minutes. He beat me 15-7. Victoria watched from the bench, smiling. In June, something changed. Victoria started pulling away. Not physically, we still saw each other, still had dinner, still fell asleep together. But emotionally, she was distant. Like she was building walls I couldn't see. What's wrong? I asked one night. We were in her apartment, the city lights spread below us like stars. She was sitting on the couch, knees pulled to her chest, staring out the window. I don't know, she said. Her voice was flat, empty. I just, I keep thinking about what people say. At the firm? At Tyler's school? At the grocery store? What do they say? That I'm pathetic. That I'm having a midlife crisis. That you're going to leave me when I get old? When my hair goes gray? When I can't, her voice broke. When I can't keep up anymore? Victoria, I saw Marcus's new girlfriend last week, she said. At Tyler's soccer game. She's 26, a paralegal at his firm. Blonde. Pretty. She was laughing at something Marcus said, and Tyler was. He was smiling at her. Like he liked her. Victoria. What if they're right? She looked at me, tears in her eyes. What if this is just temporary? What if you wake up one day and realize I'm too old? Too complicated? Stop, I said. I sat beside her, taking her hands. I love you. She froze. What? I love you, Victoria. I don't care about your age. I don't care what people say. I love you. She looked at me, surprised, scared. She didn't say it back. She just looked at me, tears streaming down her face, and pulled her hands away. I need to think, she whispered. 2 weeks later, Victoria asked me to come over. I hoped maybe she'd finally say it back, that she loved me. Instead, she was packing. A suitcase lay open on her bed, clothes folded neatly inside. Her toiletries bag zipped and ready. What's going on? I asked. I'm going to my mother's place, upstate, for a few weeks. She didn't look at me, just kept folding. A blouse, a pair of pants, methodical, controlled. Why? I need space, Owen. I need to think. About what? About this, us, everything. Victoria, I can't do this, she said. Her voice was shaking now. I can't keep dragging you into my mess. Your life isn't a mess, yes. It is. She stopped folding, looked at me. Her eyes were red, swollen. My ex hates me. My son is confused. My colleagues think I'm a joke. And you gave up your career for me? What if you regret it? What if, 5 years from now, you look at me and think, what was I thinking? I won't. You don't know that. Victoria, I love you. Don't, she whispered. Please don't say that. Why not? Because it makes this harder. She zipped the suitcase. The sound was final, brutal. I'm sorry, she said. She picked up the suitcase, walked to the door. I stood there, frozen, watching her. Victoria, goodbye, Owen. The door closed. I heard her footsteps in the hallway. The elevator ding, the sound of the doors sliding shut, and then silence. I stood in her apartment for 10 minutes, staring at the closed door, waiting for her to come back. She didn't. I didn't hear from her for 6 weeks. No calls, no texts, no emails. I threw myself into work, building my independent practice, taking on new clients, working 12-hour days. But every night, I lay in bed and thought about her. The way she laughed, the way she said my name, the way she looked at me like I was the only person in the room. I almost called her 100 times. I never did. Victoria called me on a Thursday night. In August. I was in my apartment, staring at the ceiling, unable to sleep, when my phone buzzed. Owen? Her voice was shaking. Victoria, I made a mistake. My heart stopped. What? Breaking up with you? Leaving? I was scared. I'm still scared. But her voice broke. I love you. I should have said it months ago. I should have fought for us. I love you. I'm sorry. I didn't say anything. I couldn't. My throat was tight, my chest aching. Owen? Come over, I said. Now? Now. She was at my door in 20 minutes. Hair loose. No makeup. Wearing jeans and a sweater I'd never seen. She looked smaller somehow. Vulnerable. I'm sorry, she said again. I pulled her inside, kissed her. Hard. Desperate. Don't leave again, I said. I won't. Promise me. I promise. Victoria and I are still together. It's not a fairy tale. Her ex still makes comments snide, cutting at Tyler's soccer games. Last month, Marcus introduced his new girlfriend to Tyler, 26 years old. A paralegal at his firm, Tyler told Victoria over FaceTime, and I watched her face crumble. I'm being replaced, she whispered. But Tyler still calls her every night, still chooses her for holidays. Her colleagues still whisper when we show up together at firm events. I see them the raised eyebrows, the knowing smirks, the way they lean in and murmur. Victoria pretends not to notice, but I know she does. I see her shoulders tense, her smile go tight. Tyler's still adjusting. Some days he's warm hugs me, asks about my work, tells me about school. Other days he's cold, distant, calls me my mom's boyfriend like it's an insult. Like I'm temporary, replaceable. I'm working as an independent trainer now. Fewer clients, less money. I had to move to a smaller apartment, give up my car lease, but it's mine. I'm building something. Victoria's hair is graying at the temples, silver threads mixing with dark brown. She jokes about it. I'm getting old, Owen. You'll be pushing my wheelchair soon. But I can see the fear in her eyes. The worry that I'll leave. That I'll wake up one day and realize I've made a mistake. That I'll find someone younger, easier, without custody battles and law firm politics. I won't. Because when she looks at me, when she touches my hand across the table at dinner, when she whispers my name in the dark, when she falls asleep with her head on my chest, breathing slow and steady, I know it's worth it. Every whisper, every sacrifice, every doubt. Worth it. Asterisk, asterisk. You probably still think I'm naive? That I threw away my career for a woman who'll leave me eventually? Asterisk, asterisk. Maybe you're right, but I'd do it all again. Asterisk, asterisk. You want to know what people say? Asterisk, asterisk, I still don't care. Asterisk, asterisk, END, asterisk, asterisk.